Junior Achievement does a great job for approximately 73,000 young people, helping them achieve their future economic success. It's a great program, and you've got a day and a half to get involved in this Junior Achievement Golden Ticket. And here's what there's a one winner take all, but check this out: 2 regular season tickets to the following teams. Regular season tickets, 2 for each game. Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Pitt football and basketball, Penn State football, Washington Wild Things, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Duquesne men's and women's basketball, and Robert Morris basketball, ice hockey, and football. Now the drawing is tomorrow night. It goes off the PA Lottery Pick 4 drawing, and tickets are a $50 donation to Junior Achievement, and that'll give you 4 chances to win the prize. Now the prize is worth around $7,000 or $8,000. 2 tickets for all those teams' home games, and you can get involved, but you don't have much time. Another day and a half, and then they draw them tomorrow night based on the Pick 4 lottery drawing. So get involved and text GTR to 41444 or visit www.jawesternpa.org to get involved. Take your shot. If you're a sports junkie, you will love this package. It's unbelievable.
jawesternpa.org to get your shot at winning all those season tickets. George Springer, the right fielder for the Astros, will step in against Garrett Cole. Springer 0 for 8 in the series, hitting .261 for the year, 25 homers, 72 RBIs. First pitch strike from Tim Timmons, the home plate umpire. 12:38 first pitch at 81 degrees. 0-1 the count. Here's the wind of the pitch from Garrett Cole, and it is up. Time and temperature brought to you by Penn State World Campus. Earn a nationally recognized Penn State degree online at worldcampus.psu.edu. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Springer. The next pitch is downstairs, up at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yes.
On George Springer. Tim Timmons behind the plate. Pat Hoberg at first. Mike Everett, the crew chief, at second, and Jordan Baker is at third. The umpiring crew as Cole delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hard breaking ball. Strikes out Springer. 1 up and 1 down.
Garrett Cole, got to get him back on track. Greg, it's been a subpar year so far for Garrett, 7-8. The ERA is still pretty decent, but recently, you go back to 11. He's only had 2 wins in his last 11 starts. And his last 2 starts, 0-1, 11 innings pitched, 24 hits given up. That's very un-Garrett Cole-like. So hope that he can snap out of that this afternoon.
First pitch in there for a strike on Alex Bregman, the rookie, playing third base again this afternoon. 2 for 8 with a home run in the series, batting .230 for the year in 27 games now, .230 at the big league level. 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Bregman takes a pitch upstairs. It is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, just underway here at PNC Park. The Pirates and the Houston Astros. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that ball is a strike called 1-2. To tell you how long it's been since Garrett Cole even retired the first batter he's faced, you have to go back to July 22nd against the Philadelphia Phillies. He struck out Peter Borges that night here at PNC Park. This ball's tapped foul. In each of his next 5 starts, he was unable to retire the first batter of the ball game.
Well,
he
certainly
did it today.
He got that corrected with a strikeout. Yeah, strikeouts are down. It's just been one of those stretches for Garrett where he has struggled and has not looked like himself.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But it's funny, perception-wise, when you watch Garrett Cole out on the mound to start a ball game, I mean, he just looks like he's not that far away, but the hits have kept on coming.
Ball lifted in the air right side, and Josh Harrison is going to back up Josh Bell, and Bell, the big man, will make the catch, but Jay Hay was standing right behind him.
Kind of mentoring.
Yeah.
And Josh saying, hey, I got this covered. Josh to Josh, so we doubled up on the Josh pop-up.
Number 55, Josh Bell, makes the catch right behind him. Number 5, Josh Harrison. And here is Jose Altuve, the Major League's best hitter. .363 average. He has an 8-game hitting streak, 20 home runs, 83 RBIs, on the season for Altuve, and he bounces this ball toward third. Sean Rodriguez definitely moves to his left and throws on to first, and there's a good 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Cole. Half inning play.
Less stress for less.
Yep, FedEx Ground can keep things moving quickly and cost-effectively.
FedEx Ground.
Get fast ground shipping at FedEx.com.
No score as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Right-hander Colin McHugh making start number 26. He's 7-10 with a .499 earned run average. Not much experience against the Pittsburgh Pirates. One start back when he was a member of the New York Mets. It was a loss to the Bucks. 37-34 lifetime. 19-game winner. Again, like Garrett Cole, kind of scuffling this year.
First pitch swinging, Josh Harrison fouls the ball out of play. 0-1 the count on Josh Harrison as the Astros go down 1-2-3. The top of this first inning. Harrison's batting .272, 4 homers, 49 RBIs. He swings and misses the McHugh breaking ball.
Pretty good scouting report right there. Fastball, riding fastball, four-seamer, downer, kind of a curveball. He'll try a cutter. He's had mixed success with that pitch.
And this ball outside, that might have been cut fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Josh Harrison, a ball that was outside.
And we mentioned this because it is the first inning. His ERA in the first inning, 8.14.
And breaking ball is bounced weakly toward the shortstop. Scooping Correa throws and gets Harrison by a half a step. Carlos Correa, the shortstop, coming in, gloving it and quickly getting it on to Reed. 1 up and 1 down.
24 first innings, obviously, in his starts this year. 22 earned runs. So I'd like to get after him here in the first if you can.
0-0, bottom of the first. First inning brought to you by First Energy Solutions. Matt Joyce gets a second straight start. 2 for 4 with an RBI double in the first inning last night. Singleton scored in the 7th. Joyce now with 41 ribbies for the year, a dozen homers, and he's hitting .270. Left-handed batter. Andrew McCutchen gets today off. And a ball upstairs. 3 infielders on the right side, and the lone man on the left side of the infield is Alex Bregman. And that odd-looking outfield shift we've talked about now for 3 games. We talked to Clint Hurdle, just heard him on the pregame show discuss that shift. This is ball outside 2-0. He also pointed out that a couple of times there were some balls hit to right field that were foul. He said it would have been interesting to watch Springer go that long distance to retrieve a ball down the right field line. This ball's fouled away 2-1, but the Pirates skipper commending the Astros for their work and being innovative. And no one has shifted an outfield like the Astros do.
Yeah, they sold out to it.
Yeah, they have.
They really have. 2
balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up out of play off to the left. So they give all of right field to Joyce, the left-handed hitter. And in right center is Springer. Teoscar Hernandez shaded him toward left center field, shading him toward the power alley. And toward the line and left is Marwin Gonzalez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out, 0-0. Colin McHugh, the wind in the pitch. Joyce takes a breaking ball that just misses. 3-2.
What's interesting about that shifting, last night we just tattooed the ball into the gap, which is a tight gap between the center fielder and the left fielder in the first inning to put up that 4 spot.
3-2 pitch, fouled out of play, and Joyce got a break on the previous pitch. It was right there. I mean, it got all plate and was well above the knees, but it was called a ball, so it's 3-2 on Joyce. And and as Clint Hurdle said, maybe that shifting paid off later in the ball game. There's some balls hit that were caught by outfielders after that 4 spot.
Yeah, we only had 4 hits after that first inning.
3-2 offering. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal. No, says the third base umpire, Jordan Baker.
And that's walk number 40 issued by McHugh. So maybe a combination, the control, probably he'd like to have it better. He's also given up 22 home runs and 25 starts. It's interesting to note 2 19-game winners from last year, Cole and McHugh. Things aren't going nearly as well in 2016.
Starling Marte got the day off yesterday. He's hitless in his last 12 at-bats. That includes his start on Monday, where he was 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts, and he fouls this pitch back up against the netting. Still hitting over 300 at 307. Starting in center field today, 7 homers, 41 runs batted in. Runner at first base is Joyce. 0-0 in the bottom of the first. The Pirates and the Astros, and the Pirates concluding their interleague schedule today. No more American League clubs the rest of the way, at least in the regular season. This ball's fouled off to the right, 0-2.
We talked about the fastball, high fastball in the kind of mid-90s, 92, 93, and then that downer curveball. And we talked about his one start with the Mets. That's back in 2012. And went over to Colorado and was waived. The Astros picked him up. Good pickup.
0-2. Outside, an 18th round pick of the Mets 8 years ago. And then his first taste at the big leagues that 2012 season, made 8 appearances, 4 starts. Eric Young Jr. was dealt to the Mets as the Rockies picked up Colin McHugh. And then claimed off waivers. Here's the pitch in the dirt. A little bluff start by Joyce on that pitch. He really deked McHugh and perhaps even Evan Gattis. He put his head down and he made a couple of steps toward the back like he was going to take off, but he had no intention of heading to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch by McHugh. Looks over that left shoulder, delivers. Marte hits this the other way toward the line. Long run Springer, and it is a foul ball.
Well, we got a little taste of what we were talking about. Springer was running for an hour to get over to the foul line.
Springer has played plenty of center field. He's a very strong outfielder, but he had a long way to go. And the Astros get a break there, and that ball was foul. Down the right field line.
I think Marte was well around first base, halfway to second by the time that ball fell anyway.
The stretch, and another pitch is bounced foul to the left. Now Springer is playing Marte pretty much straight up, and not shading him toward right center. But still had a long way to go. He's kind of playing him cheap. Getting a lot of ground between himself and the right field wall. And the Astros have that situation at Minute Maid Park in left field. A short porch, high wall and left at Minute Maid. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base, 1 out. Here's McHugh's pitch. There goes Joyce, and it's popped up. And Joyce will have to put on the brakes, head back to first as Altuve makes the basket catch casually, heading toward the foul line. Over onto the grass, beyond the dirt, and Joyce returns without a toss. 2 outs. And it brings up Gregory Polanco. Checking to see what Starling Marte's batting average this year when he's playing center field. You know, in the past we've talked about it, that seems to kind of have an extra jump in his step when he plays center field. This year, not so much. Just a 200 hitter when playing center field for Marte as he pops out. And now Polanco, the big night last night. 2 homers, 3 hits. He's 5 for 8 in the series. Throw to first base. Joyce is back without a tag from Reed. Polanco's hit 19 home runs now on the year and driven in 70. Has a .278 batting average.
What a show last night. Even the outs were hit hard.
Stretch by McHugh. 3 infielders on the right side against Polanco, and a pitch called a strike. 0-1, a fastball to Gregory Polanco.
And what you say, 5 out of 8 for the series, but what, a couple doubles, couple home runs?
Yeah.
I mean, productive stuff. I mean, big time series so far.
Next offering, hit high and foul off to the left, out of play. Left fielder Gonzalez and the third baseman Bregman gave chase.
The ball went up in the air. I immediately thought about his home run with authority to the opposite field. And you've got a chance to have some real action toward left field. The flags are pretty much starched. Should help the ball carry to left center, left field, down the left field corner. Blowing out pretty good.
0-2. Go to first base. Joyce back again, diving, but no tag from the first baseman. And again, we'll point out that Gregory Polanco has a ton of acreage in dead center field. And the center fielder, Hernandez, and the left fielder, Marwin Gonzalez, pinching that left field area. This ball's up, 1-2. One ball, two strikes on Polanco, the left-handed hitter. Josh Bell, switch hitter on deck for the Pirates.
And he's going to have to catch a lot of gap to score Matt Joyce. Matt will be able to be off with contact, but he's not the fastest guy in the ball club.
1-2 pitch, ground ball. Second base. Altuve down to one knee. Throws on to first to retire Polanco. 1 inning complete. Astros nothing. Buccos nothing. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event now through September 5th. See your Lexus dealer. Pitches a strike. That first inning, just the third time all year that Garrett Cole has retired the side in order in the first. Go back to April 21st in San Diego, the last time he had accomplished that feat. Pitches inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. He retired the Tigers in order, 1-2-3, his second start of the year, April 14th here at PNC Park. And then the very next start went 1-2-3 in the first against the Padres, but gone all that time until today. This ball's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hopefully that's a real good sign for Garrett Cole. Carlos Correa is 0 for 7 in the series, but with 18 home runs and 86 runs batted in, having a monster first full year in the big leagues. 18 home runs last year as a rookie. Hit 22, drove in 68, but had called up once the season started. He is hitting .268, the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015, the 21-year-old from Ponce, Puerto Rico. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hard shot past Cole into center, between his legs.
Oh, no, that's a flashback to what, the first inning last start when a ball was blistered and he got a glove on it. We've had some scary shots back through the middle this year, and I guess there are for every team, but they get your attention and get your heart going.
Leadoff hit. Correa has 11 steals and 14 tries. So the Pirates will pay attention with Evan Gattis at the plate. Cole with the pitch. Gattis takes down and in that unusual hunched over stance for this 6'4", 269-pound native of Dallas. He turned 30 years old last week. Gattis is hitting .240. His second year with the Astros, 19 home runs, 49 RBIs. Up there without batting gloves. The stretch. Throw to first base, and Correa returns standing up. Tag applied by Bell.
Doesn't look like he needs any gloves. He's good. Could go hunting with that bat.
Big man. That bat looks like a toothpick. Stretch again by Cole, the 1-0. And in there for a strike to Gattis. Let's step aside, allow our stations to identify themselves. This is the Pirates Baseball Network. Here's the stretch. Cole delivers. Gattis takes. Pitch that just missed. A fastball a bit away, 2-1. Opponents have stolen 17 bases against Garrett Cole in 18 tries. Only one runner has been caught stealing.
A very average throw over to first base to show Correa not a good move.
Here's the pitch. And a fly ball hit deep to center field. Marte is back, looking up, and it is gone into the bushes. A 2-run homer for Evan Gattis. A 2-0 lead for the Astros here in the second inning as Gattis cracks his 20th of the year.
And nothing cheap about it. Straight away, we told you there's a helping wind, so that wind certainly didn't hurt anything. And might have caught some of that baseball, but that ball was really hit hard straight away. And that's only the 6th home run that Cole has given up. But it was 3, I think, before the last start, so a few recent home runs.
Yeah, gave up 2 his last start.
Yeah.
There's a strike on Marwin Gonzalez, batting left-handed. Gonzalez, 3 for 5 in the series, 3 hits last night, .251 average for the year, 11 homers, 33 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch is down low, so it's 2-0 in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. A leadoff line shot by Correa between the legs of the pitcher Cole, and then Gaddis goes straight away center into the bushes, and there's a ground ball sharply hit at the shortstop Mercer. He has it behind second, throws to first to retire Gonzalez. 1 out.
But all of a sudden, 3 balls extremely well hit.
Here's the left-handed hitting rookie first baseman A.J. Reed to the plate. In 34 games since being called up to the big leagues, he's hitting a .184 with 3 homers. And Reed has driven in 8 runs. And he fouls this pitch back out of play. He's 0 for 6 with a walk in this series. Two nothing Astros, 1 out. A 413-foot shot by Evan Gaddis into the bushes. And this pitch down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball in there for a strike to Reed. 1-2. This pitch taken for a ball to even the count. The rookie first baseman, A.J. Reed. Teoscar Hernandez on deck for the Stros. It's a 2-2 pitch. And that's in the air toward left center field. And the left fielder, Polanco, will make the catch. A couple of steps shy of the warning track in left.
It gets your attention, balls that are decently hit in that direction today. Mentioned that Garrett Cole has never faced the Houston Astros. This is start number 20 because he missed those 2 or 3 starts earlier on the DL from 6/11, so June 11th to July 16th, a little over a month.
Right-handed hitting center fielder today. Teoscar Hernandez lines the ball toward left field. Polanco over. Can't get there. Ball drops. He barehands it. And from the left field corner throws a 1-hopper to second. Into second goes Teoscar Hernandez. Playing in his 12th big league game. He doubles to left.
Well, not such a terrible thing with the pitcher coming up. Colin McHugh, 0 for 4. Obviously doesn't do much hitting.
Didn't keep track, but it just seems like all of a sudden here, could be wrong, have to take a look. It just seems like he was getting swings and misses those first 3 batters, and now not getting swings and misses.
Yeah. High number of hits given up.
Here's the pitch, and there's a line drive toward right field. Over is Joyce. He'll make the catch, a couple steps shy of the right field line. 2-run homer for Gaddis. Go to the bottom of the second. Stros 2, Bucks nothing.
And Lynn Marchese from Highmark, who does a great job and great help for our Pirate alumni in the ballpark with their son Ethan and a couple fellow pitchers from Mount Lebanon.
First pitch, ball 1 to Bell. 6 for 12 in the major leagues. A couple of walks and a strikeout. That 1 home run was a grand slam before the All-Star break. And batting left-handed, takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, don't leave us hanging. What was the Pictionary game?
It was Law and Order. They couldn't figure it out.
Who drew it?
McCutcheon.
Oh.
And they were 0 for 7.
He's like the best artist on the team,
He
isn't
is terrific, really.
1 ball, 1 strike. Colin McHugh delivers. Bell takes high and away.
And one of the biggest gavels you're ever going to see drawn for the order, law and Order.
In case you missed
section.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of fun with it.
2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Bell fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bell, Francisco Cervelli, Sean Rodriguez. Two and two.
McHugh, 6'2", 190 out of Naperville, Illinois, 29-year-old right-hander.
2-2 pitch. Up a bit. Bell, meantime, is 6'2", 245 from Irving, Texas. Second-round pick of the Pirates 5 years ago. Out of Jesuit College Prep in Arlington. There's a ball rolled toward second. Shortstop playing over the right side of the infield. Carlos Correa has it and throws out Bell. 6-3 on that put out. 1 down. And now Francisco Cervelli playing his 3rd straight game and starting behind the dish day game after a night game. Don't see that too often. 272 hitter.
Still looking for that first home run of the season. There will be joy in the Pirate dugout, and he'll get his well-deserved ripping.
This ball's fouled out of play. 27 RBIs for Cervelli.
And when that happens, and it will, there will be a complete explanation with details to everybody in the Pirate dugout, and he'll have a wonderful time with it.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled again in the club level first base way. 0-2 on Francisco Cervelli.
And you never know if it's an indication or not, but McHugh is a strikeout guy coming into the game with 137 innings, 137 strikeouts, but no strikeouts yet. And it is early, but contact sometimes will give you a little indication, maybe not throwing with as much power or location at this point.
0-2, missed outside. Looked like that cutter again. 1-2 the count on Cervelli. Going back to May 19th, he ranks 3rd in the American League in strikeouts per 9 innings. And tied for 10th in strikeouts overall since that time. This pitch is in the dirt. 2-2. 2-0 Astros. Pirates bat bottom of the 2nd.
And talking to the Houston people about this drop from 19 wins down to 7 at this point, and it happens a lot. Elevating the ball too much, nothing really specific, missing his spots.
2-2 pitch, ground ball just foul, past third.
Once again, indicate it's such a thin line between having that real good year and then dropping off. You don't have to lose much to have that thing tipped backwards.
Two and two on Cervelli.
Sometimes it could be an injury, sometimes just whatever.
It just happens.
It just happens.
Here's the pitch. A line drive foul, right field side. Right fielder Springer a few steps toward the line, but it's well back out of play. A line foul by Cervelli.
And we've seen a lot of that so far. A lot of right-hand batters fouling balls, not quite catching up to that 92, 93 mile an hour fastball. Not getting there quick enough, but not missing it completely.
McHugh, another 2-2 pitch. Up a bit. Off-speed pitch.
Yeah, Francisco working the at-bat.
Three and two. And the payoff pitch is a fly ball to left. Marwin Gonzalez, drifting a couple steps back, makes the catch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second with the Astros up 2-0, and now Sean Rodriguez. He is getting a start today at third base. Sean Rodriguez, who is getting his first start of this series. Started at shortstop on Sunday against the Marlins. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball headed toward the seats. First baseman Reed giving chase, but it's about 6 rows back. Rodriguez is hitting .251. He's hit a dozen homers and knocked in 39.
Nothing wrong with a guy who doesn't play every day to have a dozen home runs. He's done a good job for the Pirates this year.
His 5th start at third base. He started 13 games in right, 10 at short, 8 at second, 5 at first, 1 in left. Super utility man Sean Rodriguez takes a ball, 1-1. Three infielders on the left side against him, with A.J. Reed well off the line at first, and a ball pounded foul into the dirt. Rolls toward the Pirates dugout.
Well, we certainly cleared the air with offense last night, although it all happened very, very early. So they had a cluster of hits to provide that big first inning. But then again, as we saw last night, just 4 hits after that. You'd like to back it up in terms of the run total of 7 with some more today.
1-2 pitch, fastball fouled back.
How many games does it take to prove you've gotten out of a slump? I don't know. A bunch. Till you get it right, I guess. Till you feel good about it. But you don't want to have just one night and then go slide back and do nothing again.
Yeah, swing and a miss, a breaking ball. Out to start the ball game against Garrett Cole. Pirate right-hander delivers to Springer. Low and away, ball 1. Pirates in their home whites today. Black caps. The Astros are wearing their alternate orange jersey tops. Road gray pants and the blue trim. Here's the pitch to Springer. It's popped up. And behind the first base dugout, out of play. Seniors save big on Bucko Baseball. Up to $10 off Sunday through Friday games. This deal available for any senior over the age of 55 with a valid ID. Buy your tickets at the PNC Park ticket office today. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Cole. Swinging a foul straight back, a hefty cut from George Springer, 6'3", 212 pounds. George Springer, a first-round pick, the 11th choice overall in 2011.
Big enough and a lot of power for a leadoff man. 25 home runs, 72 ribbies, the top of the batting order.
1-2 pitch. Low and away. Out of the University of Connecticut. 2-2. George Springer hit .276 last year with 16 homers. Here's the pitch. And that's low, a full count. Originally from New Britain, Connecticut. 3-2 offering. And a broken bat pop-up right side. And the second baseman, Harrison, drifting over along the cut of the outfield grass, makes the catch. The barrel of the bat broke loose from the handle and hit up against the netting over toward the Pirates' dugout.
Basically exploded. Like Garrett threw one of those really, really good, fast power sinkers in on the hands. Leave him with a bat handle.
Alex Bregman now takes a pitch inside. Ball 1 on Bregman. Popped up his first at bat. 2-0. Astros lead the Pirates. Pitch from Cole. And a line drive toward right center. Coming on is Matt Joyce. He makes the catch. Matt Joyce gets about as good a jump as any. Steve talked about the fact that it's not blessed with great speed, but he's a solid outfielder. His first step in the outfield, he's there.
Yep. A good break on the ball makes up for a lot.
Brings up Jose Altuve.
So many times you can get that good break, and you get to where you think the ball is going to be. Not only are you there for that, but any adjustments you need to make, you can go from where it was originally directed.
Ball fouled back by Altuve. Bounced out his first time up. 0-1. One, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Altuve taking another big cut. The little engine that could, 5'6" Altuve turned 26 years old in May from Maracay, Venezuela. 0-2 pitch.
What a baseball player.
Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What was it that A.J. Hinch said to you, the manager of the Astros?
Yeah.
Altuve.
He said, you're a good hitter, and he said, but I'm going to put you in the number 3 spot, and you're not a singles hitter.
Pitch is just low, 2-2.
And he said you got a lot of power. You're not very high in terms of height, but there's a lot of strength packaged in there.
Not high, but strong.
Yep. Yeah, that was it.
2-2, 2 outs, 2-0 Astros. Garrett Cole delivers, and a pop-up going to be out of play off to the right.
Doesn't give you much of a strike zone to work with, for sure.
Well, there have been diminutive players in the past, but this is bordering on Hack Wilson territory, the numbers that he's putting up this year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3. Go the Astros. 2.5 play. Houston 2, Pittsburgh nothing. 2 with a couple of walks in last night's game. 264 hitter. The Pirates shortstop has hit 8 homers and driven in 44 runs. Colin McHugh's pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Good to see Jim Gracie, the program director at our flagship station, stopping in to say hello.
Yep, always a welcome visitor.
Yeah. 1-0 offering. Lined into the seats right side.
I'm going to start counting those foul balls down that way. There's been a bunch of souvenirs delivered already this afternoon.
1 ball, 1 strike on Mercer. Garrett Cole to follow. Colin McHugh winds and delivers in the dirt.
McHugh comes into the ball game 137 innings, 169 hits given up, 3rd most in terms of opponent's batting average. So again, we should have some opportunities. Nothing yet.
Ball way outside.
He has walked 1 batter. A wide one here would give Garrett Cole an opportunity for us to move him around. Garrett wouldn't care too much about that. He wants to swing the bat.
A breaking ball and a fly ball toward left. Long run near the wall, and it's gone! Jordy Mercer! Little help from the wind. Never hurts. His 9th home run. Pirates on the board. It's 2-1.
Perfectly placed. Long, lazy fly ball drifting into the seats. So, yeah, Garrett Cole will have the opportunity to swing away. Instant offense. Number 23 given up by McHugh.
Marwin Gonzalez, the left fielder, kept going back. Thought he might have a track on it. And just clears the left field wall. Jordy Mercer, the home run. Strike is called. A home run that travels 382 feet. Left the bat at 95 miles per hour. Not many home runs are hit under 100, but that long, lazy fly ball, as Steve described, got out of here. The breaking pitch that was inside off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cole. And a foul back out of play.
He wanted to go back to back there. That was the home run swing for Garrett Cole. He has one.
So number 23 given up by McHugh. And the pitch is fouled back.
You know, we talk about left field in this ballpark so often as being a huge left field, but down the line, you can get a cheap home run before it really cuts out quickly from the foul pole. Maybe 100 feet, 75 feet?
Yeah.
Straight back. But inside that area, you can get something done.
There's a cue shot rolled to the first baseman, Reed. He'll keep it himself, though McHugh went over to cover. Cole is the first out of this bottom of the 3rd inning. And now Josh Harrison. Save big, use your Giant Eagle Advantage card for the remaining games on the schedule in September. Get up to $10 off tickets for the Sunday home games that remain. Just show your Giant Eagle Advantage card at the PNC Park ticket windows or go to pirates.com/advantage card. Harrison bounced to short his first at bat against McHugh. And the pitch is a strike.
Used to seeing Josh take a rip at that first delivery. Takes that one.
Next pitch is a strike called. 0-2 on Harrison. The pitch, and there's a fly ball toward the line and left. Gonzalez has time to get near the line to make the catch just before crossing over that foul line, where you run out of room in a hurry. 2 outs in the third following the Mercer homer, and brings Matt Joyce to the plate. To give you some idea, we said 23 home runs McHugh has allowed. Josh Tomlin of the Indians has given up the most home runs in the junior circuit. He's allowed 32. And McHugh has given up 170 hits on the year. Only David Price of the Red Sox, Jared Weaver of the Angels have allowed more hits in the American League. Pitch to Joyce. Called strike. Off-speed pitch. Caught the outside corner. Two outs. 2-1 ball game. Astros lead. McHugh delivers. Joyce takes up this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. In about a half an hour, they'll be getting underway in Milwaukee. That's where the Pirates will be tomorrow night as the Brewers host the Bucks.
Chad Kuhl.
Here's the 1-1. And a tapper. Back to the mound. Off the hill is McHugh, third base side. And lazily throws on to first to retire Joyce easily. But Jordy Mercer's home run has the Pirates on the board. Through 3. Houston 2, Pittsburgh 1.
Josh Harrison knows how to protect second. He needs
Correa, the shortstop, who singled to start the second, takes ball 1 from Garrett Cole. On deck, Evan Gattis. He homered following the base hit. And there's a broken bat, bouncer. Shortstop backhands. Mercer on the move, throws wide of the bag. And Josh Bell not able to get off the bag and stop that ball from going into the seats. That means that Correa winds up at second.
Yeah, there's a point where you have to make a judgment to give up the bag and save the baseball. And the more he plays over there, the better he'll get at that instinctual decision.
And if Rodriguez and Mercer play together more often, I think Sean Rodriguez had the best shot at that ground ball.
Going to his left.
Yeah. He stopped himself and let Mercer continue going toward the line and trying to backhand it on the move all in one motion.
Is it single and an error?
Yep. So Mercer charged with the error infield hit for Correa. And here's Gattis. Mercer, who has the highest fielding percentage in the National League of any shortstop. There's a strike called on Gattis. Mercer charged with only his 7th error of the year. But now Correa at second with no one out. The Pirates down a run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside.
And they get Josh Harrison shaded almost up in back of second base. Big hole between where he is playing and where Josh Bell is positioned.
1 ball, 1 strike. Garrett Cole delivers. Gattis takes. Strike called. Toyota RAV 4th inning brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV Hybrid. Performance to make you rethink hybrid. Gattis hit his 20th home run of the year over the center field fence. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cole delivers. Gattis pulls this one foul into the Pirates dugout.
Yeah, good try of the off-speed pitch to get the Houston catcher out in front, but he was able to stay with it. Get something on it to stay alive.
Steve, if there's any hitter that reminds you of, or I should say, if there's any hitter that reminds me of John Wehner, it is Evan Gattis at the plate. He hunches over like Wehner used to, doesn't, no batting gloves, pitches down low, 2-2, and after he hit that ball to center that left the yard, he just put his head down and went into that quick jog.
Yep, that's a good call. Just like we saw Rock do that last home run at Three Rivers.
Yep. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside.
0-2 to 3-2.
A full count on Gaddis. Cole is at the 52 pitch mark with a runner at second, no one out, down 2-1. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball towards short. Mercer on the short hop scoops it and throws on to get Gaddis. Correa has to hold at second.
Good work there. Took Garrett a while, but he was able to get the out without giving up 90 feet. It's a good start to leaving Correa out there at second base.
The batter, Marwin Gonzalez, the switch hitter who bounced out to Mercer in the second. Marwin Gonzalez had 3 of the 6 hits against Ivan Nova last night. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Tonight's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $127 million. $127 million. So play today. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 years or older. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive toward right center field. That's going to hit the gap and head to the wall. Correa will score. Marwin Gonzalez will round second. And he'll head to third. Here's Harrison's throw to third. It is not going to get him as the ball comes out of Sean Rodriguez's glove and rolls along the third baseline toward left. It is a triple for Marwin Gonzalez and a 3-1 Houston lead in the fourth.
Caught the gap perfectly in that slow roll out to the wall in right center field. Wound up giving Gonzalez time enough to take that shot at third base. It would have been close if the ball doesn't get away, but it did, and now the Astros remain on the doorstep.
Third triple for Marwin Gonzalez this season. Pirates infield is in. Pitch is a called strike to A.J. Reed, the left-handed hitter who flied to left in the second. If Rodriguez holds onto the ball, chance he gets Gonzalez. That was a bang-bang play. Gonzalez went in head first, or hands first. This ball's popped up out of play off to the left. And Rodriguez was trying to apply a quick tag on the left arm of the base runner Marwin Gonzalez, who triples home Carlos Correa to give Houston a 3-1 lead.
Probably would have had a review either way if he holds onto the ball.
Yeah.
Big item here for Garrett to leave that runner at third base.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip for a strikeout. Second K. Third strikeout. Apologize. Third K for Cole. Struck out Altuve to end the third and Springer to start this ball game.
So what are they going to do with Hernandez here with the pitcher in the on-deck circle?
They'll walk him.
Pretty obvious.
Put runners at first and third. An intentional walk to be issued to Teoscar Hernandez. And the Pirates will take their chances with Colin McHugh.
This American League team probably not happy about this scenario right here. Rather have a DH going on.
Third wide one coming up. There it is. And one more. And Hernandez will be at first base. Runners at the corners. And there it is. Ball 4. McHugh, career .083 average coming into this ball game. 2 for 24.
And we hit the ball decently to right field last time up that Matt Joyce handled comfortably.
Was 1 for 8 last year with the Astros. And his first hit came as a member of the Colorado Rockies 3 years ago. Now Cole with the pitch to McHugh. And a strike called. The Mets are in St. Louis tonight. Jacob deGrom against Carlos Martinez. Here's the pitch to McHugh. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. The Mets are 3.5 back of a wild card spot. The Pirates 2.5 back. The Marlins a game and a half behind St. Louis for the second seed. The wild card standings. The Marlins host the Royals. Here's the pitch. Runner going. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout ends the top of the fourth. But Correa, infield hit, went to second on the air. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt. Takes a strike, a breaking ball from McHugh. Here's the 0-1. Now broken bat. Bouncer towards short. The barrel winds up in shallow left. Correa disregards the weapon headed towards him and throws to first to get Marte.
That's the closest I've seen a bat to a defender in a while. I mean, with the ball coming right at the defender also. You do have to keep your concentration.
So, we'll bring up Gregory Polanco, who bounced out in the first. 3-1 Houston in the fourth inning. Pitch is a strike called.
Yeah, Gregory looking for the heat and wound up with happy feet watching that curveball drop in. It's almost like you're trying to recalibrate when you get fooled like that. Reset.
Oh, one pitch. Inside.
That might be that cut fastball that we're talking about too, because his fastball is 92, 93. That's 88, 89. And the cutter is basically a fastball that cuts, not quite as much speed when you cut it.
And this fastball at 92 is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Polanco. The one hit allowed by McHugh so far. The leadoff home run by Mercer in the third.
Yeah, opponents hitting .303 coming into the game off McHugh.
1-2 pitch. Check, swing, or did he? On an appeal, they check with the third base umpire Jordan Baker. Palms down, no swing. Before Gaddis asked for the appeal, he tagged Polanco's. That pitch was in the dirt. 2-2.
I love to see batters when they know there's going to be an appeal. They try to sell it with their body language.
Yeah, they look down
very
at the
casual.
dirt.
Yeah, there's no chance that I went on that ball.
Start digging at the grounds crew work there at the plate.
They're in sales.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul toward the first base dugout. This year marks the 45th anniversary of the 1971 World Series champion Buccos. Celebrate the champs September 2nd through the 4th, the next homestand. Special ticket offer presented by Iron City Beer. Pirates and Brewers meet here. Beginning that Friday night, the 2nd, 1 week from this Friday. This ball's fouled off to the left, out of play. Purchase outfield grandstand and outfield reserve seats for only $19.71. Get it? $19.71, and save up to $16. Go to pirates.com/1971 for your tickets. Be on hand for some neat giveaways that weekend. And Steve Blass and some of his teammates from that 71 team will be introduced. Pitch is down low. 3-2.
You're going to have to read that for the entire next week, aren't you?
And then look forward to the next TV commercial. Since I got enough grief, you worked with the promotions department.
Well, we're trying to do whatever we can for the ball club.
Sure. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, chasing a ball way upstairs. Second strikeout for Colin McHugh. 2 down here in the fourth. 3-1 Astros. And it brings up Josh Bell. Bounced out to the shortstop his first time up.
Well, we heard a lot about the high fastball that McHugh uses to get a lot of strikeouts. Just got one there, well up out of the strike zone, but he got Gregory to chase a 3-2 fastball upstairs, up the ladder.
Pitch to Bell. Chopper. And the shortstop moving over, backhands, bobbles, can't make a throw. They had Correa swung over again onto the second base side of the bag, and he crosses over in front of the bag onto the grass, tries to make the play, can't. It'll be an infield hit for Bell with 2 outs.
Just the second hit.
Brings up Cervelli.
Never got a handle on it.
He was still on the dirt, just behind the grass. He tried to get the handle and couldn't, so an infield hit for Bell brings up Cervelli. Flied out on a 3-2 pitch in the second.
You know, over on the TV side, they slowed that down with that Supremo. They have almost looked like when he got the ball of the glove, he had a knuckleball grip on the ball. And you don't want to be throwing knuckleballs across the infield.
Quick throw to first base. Bell dives back, but no tag. Second hit for the Pirates. This one an infield single for Josh Bell, who's now 7 for 14 to begin his major league career. The stretch. Here's McHugh's pitch. Outside. We'll pass along our very best wishes to our buddy Father Bill Schwartz, who we understand is to or has gone under surgery today. Father Bill, we're thinking about you.
Yeah,
his Buccos and try and come back and win one for him. See Father Bill over by those box seats almost daily, nightly here, over by the first base dugout. Strike is called. 1-1 on Francisco Cervelli.
Yeah, and Pirates do not have a better or a bigger fan than Father Bill.
No, you're right.
So we get to pray for him for a chance
That's
instead
right.
of the reverse.
That's exactly right.
There we go.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's up 2 balls and a strike on Cervelli. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sean Rodriguez on deck. Pirates trailing the Houston Astros 3-1. Here's Colin McHugh with a 2-1. In there for strike 2. And Cervelli looking back at Tim Timmons.
Having a discussion without saying a single word. If you read that body language.
That ball was a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 offering. Swinging a line drive toward right field, sinking and dropping in front of Springer, who overruns the ball, but able to knock it down, keep it close. So the base hit to right has runners at first and second as Josh Bell, maybe a bit skittish after being thrown out at second base recently a couple of times, holds at second. I think that down the road we'll see Josh Bell. He's got to work on the base running. But with 2 outs, he's going to wind up at third base most times. Now, that's not that big a deal at the moment.
Maybe we can have some 2-out action, 2 quick outs, the ground ball, the strikeout. When balls that weren't actually tattooed, but Pirates have action.
The pitch to Sean Rodriguez, swing and a miss. Breaking ball.
72 miles an hour. Off-speed pitch. When they're playing him real cheap in right field, Springer way in. Could get a lot of action here.
Stretch. 0-1. Pulled foul past third, bounces onto the track and into the seats. 0-2. It is really wild to see these teams make these defensive adjustments, these alignments, and especially with Houston. I mean, not only do they shift these guys, but the way they play depth-wise. The right fielder very shallow. Hernandez is shallow. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, on a couple of breaking balls. So Sean's going to have to be alive for that good high fastball to protect and then be able to adjust if he throws him another hook.
McHugh's 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block from Gaddis.
Or was it ever in the dirt? That might have been a 55-footer. Right. Evan, yes, he looks like a catcher. I mean, he looks like he was born to be a catcher. He's kind of got a brush cut, not much hair going on, just big man, throws the body in front of the baseball, and hits the ball over the fence today also.
Brush cut and the big beard.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch. The pitch. Bouncing ball back to McHugh. And the pitcher will lob it over to first for the final out. Pirates strand 2. We've played 4. It's Houston for 6. Springer has struck out and a broken bat pop-up to the second baseman Harrison. This 5th inning brought to you by local union number 5 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Springer with 25 home runs on the year. Cole's pitch is a strike. Nothing in 1. The pitch. And that's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And pitch inside. 2-1. Right-handed batter, George Springer, facing Garrett Cole. The wind of the pitch in the dirt. And he falls behind 3-1, so Cervelli calls time. He's going to take the new baseball out to Cole.
And Springer runs pretty well. He hasn't perfected his base stealing technique yet. He's stolen 7 bases and been thrown out 9 times, but just soon not have his speed on the base paths.
Now back. And a ground single to center between the second base bag and the shortstop Mercer.
There you are with that 3-1 count again.
Yep.
Well, hitters love to be in that situation.
And now the batter, Alex Bregman. He looks down toward third base coach Gary Pettis. Bregman has popped up and lined to right. Bregman playing in his 28th big league game. The first round pick last year by these Astros out of LSU. As Cole turns and throws to first, Springer dives back. Late tag from Bell.
And again, a very kind of a pedestrian move over to first base. You're talking about the stolen base numbers against Garrett. If he's not going to be quicker than that, he's got to do a lot of different things to try to keep them honest over there.
Next offering, grounded off the third base bag, kicks into shallow left, dies there. Mercer heading out, and it's going to end up being a double for Bregman, sending Springer to third with no one out.
Literal base hit, and not much you can do about it. Well, probably a good chance that's going to be down the left field corner anyway, if it's declared a fair ball, but it was confirmed when it hit the base. Now Ray Searage out to talk with Garrett Cole.
And Searage out for the first time, and Jose Altuve will be coming to the plate with runners at second and third, nobody out, and the Astros already leading Cole and the Pirates 3-1. And again, yeah, it's befuddling to figure out what is up with Cole. His stuff looks to be the same, but he's not getting many swings and misses.
And a lot of hits, a ton of hits.
It just is bizarre to figure out.
The last 2 starts, 12 hits each, and he's given up 7 so far with nobody out in the 5th. And this is damage control right now. Hard to believe you're going to leave them both there, but if you can get out of this by giving up just 1 run, you might feel decent. And the Pirates are going to get their bullpen started.
Second and third, the infield is back. Here is the pitch to Altuve, and it's a high fly ball to center, plenty deep. Marte is back, approaching the warning track. He'll make the catch. Sacrifice fly for Jose Altuve. Both runners tag. Springer from third scores. Bregman goes to third. It is 4-1 Houston. And RBI number 84 for Jose Altuve.
Okay, there's the run now. You've got an out of it. The Pirates will bring the infield in. If you can, again, leave that runner at third base, that's not fatal. The Astros are adding on.
Carlos Correa has singled to center, reached on an infield hit, and scored a pair of runs. The pitch, outside. The Astros, but we're talking about swings and misses. The Astros have struck out more than any other team in the American League. This ball is high in the air. Again, plenty deep. Center field, Marte will make the catch in right center and throw toward the plate. Runner at third tags but scores easily. Bregman crosses the plate, slides in, and it is 5-1. And here's Evan Gattis.
So the Astros cash those runners in and makes the hill higher.
Evan Gattis has homered and bounced to short. 2 outs, 5-1 Houston. Here's Cole's pitch. Low. The only teams in baseball that have struck out more than the Houston Astros batters, the San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. Here's the 1-0. And that's in the dirt.
And Garrett Cole due to bat second in the bottom of the fifth. Activity continues in the Pirate bullpen.
Two 2-0. And the pitch. Bouncing ball to third. Nice pick by Sean Rodriguez off to the side. Guns to Bell across the diamond.
Goes 5 innings, 5 runs, 7 hits, a walk. It was intentional, and 4 strikeouts. Another very difficult start for Garrett.
Pitch down low, ball 1.
Five starts ago, it was a complete game. Gem against Seattle.
There's a line drive base hit for Mercer. Starts this inning off with a solid single to center field, and now Jaso will bat for Cole. Jaso, .255 batting average, 4 home runs, 29 runs batted in. A couple of hits in 13 at bats as a pinch hitter.
And what you're looking for now, you don't necessarily have to hit it over the fence, just keep it going. Find a way to get on the base pass and take it to the top of the batting order.
Jaso struck out as a pinch hitter on Sunday. McHugh's pitch. Jaso takes. Strike called outside corner. Jaso is 1 for 10 in his career against Colin McHugh. 0-1. Mercer at first. Shift on again. 3 infielders on the right side for the Astros. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Gattis the block.
Here's the line on Cole. 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 1 walk, it was intentional. 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. Good line again. 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 1 walk, intentional. 4 strikeouts, 1 home run.
1 ball, 1 strike. After this pitch, we'll pause for station identification. And there's a ball, 2-1. Let's step aside now. This is the Pirates Baseball Network. John Jaso at the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. McHugh's pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike.
There's that count you like to hit in. It's a wide one. That works also.
Trying to set up shop here, down 4. Colin McHugh, 83 pitches to this point, with a 3-1 offering to Jaso. And it's hit the other way, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. A flare to left, first and second, and no one out for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 5th. Now these hitters, starting with Harrison, will get their third look at Colin McHugh, and with that, the bullpen beyond the center field fence gets a call. The Astros are going to start loosening a reliever.
Yep, and we mentioned the beginning of the ball game last time out against Baltimore. There was 3 innings and 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of which were earned against McHugh. Greg mentioned he's listed among the leaders in hits given up in the American League, so let's see if we can put a little string of pearls together.
Josh Harrison at the plate. Here's the pitch. Bunts the ball. Off the hill is McHugh. He'll throw to first for the out. He was bunting for a hit, but he'll take the sacrifice. That goes 1-3. Mercer to third. Jaso to second. And the batter is Matt Joyce. Joyce has walked and bounced back to the mound. And of course, the infield will concede a run here, though the third baseman, Bregman, even with the bag. He gets the ball quickly enough, he could throw home. The other 3 infielders on the right side are back, and there's a swing and a miss. Joyce waited on the breaking ball, but comes up empty.
Didn't wait nearly enough, as he certainly was looking for something else. You must get something out of this.
5-1 Stros. 1 out, Pirates bat, bottom of the 5th. McHugh with an 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, another block from Gaddis. That big body, boy, he gets those legs down, and there ain't nothing getting past him.
No, that's a forest.
Yeah.
McHugh has thrown 7 wild pitches. Could have used an 8th right there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, Bregman really seems concerned about Mercer at third base. Don't know why. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Check swing foul.
Cut that fastball in on the hands.
Fouled off right there at the plate. Picked up by Gaddis in the right-handed batter's box.
I mean, you're right with Bregman over close to the base. It looks like the shortstop didn't come to play in this inning. There's nothing but dirt.
And Bregman, as McHugh goes into the stretch, is almost holding Mercer. Now he starts to shuffle off. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Joyce. Third K for McHugh, 2 away in the 5th. And the batter will be Starling Marte. Just the third strikeout for Colin McHugh. Marte, 0 for 2. Has popped to second, and a broken bat bouncer to short. Now he's 0 for his last 14 at bats. Need a big 2-out hit from Starling Marte. Gregory Polanco is on deck. Here's the stretch by McHugh and the pitch. Line drive, center field, base hit. 1 in. Jaso's going to be held at third. Marte, the wide turn at first, will hold there as the throw is cut off behind the mound. RBI single Marte, and it is 5-2.
And that was big, to at least get something to answer the Astros and let them know that you're here. And nothing cheap about that one. Blistered that line drive to center field, and the fact that he hit it so hard might have created the decision for Rick Sofield to hold the runner up at third base.
There was no one loosening in the bullpen. Looked as though they were going to get someone started. And A.J. Hinch makes an appearance, the manager, out to talk with Colin McHugh. Not the pitching coach, Brent Strom, but the skipper out. And it was actually calling in the other infielders. A full-blown conference on the hill. It didn't take long. He heads back to the dugout. Hinch in his second year as manager of the Astros. And no one is up in the Houston bullpen.
Oh, a lot of people sitting in this ballpark right now thinking about Gregory Polanco running into one.
When you're thinking about what A.J. Hinch would have, what kind of message was he delivering there, the manager?
Yeah,
is he saying, yeah, we're of course, we're speculating. But if we're speculating, well, let's see, Polanco is 5 for 8 in the series coming in, hit 2 homers last night. You got a rookie on deck.
Yeah.
Even though you'd be walking the bases loaded, be real careful to him, maybe. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Fouled back, out of play. Well, nothing careful about that.
Yeah, and you know, if he was going in that direction, Greg, I don't think all infielders would be required. Perhaps. I don't, hard to say. But he certainly shot out of that dugout with something he wanted to impart.
First and third, 2 outs. Polanco at the plate. He has bounced out and struck out today. Here's the stretch. Throw to first base and Marte back standing.
Maybe a little bit about that. If Marte takes off, what are we going to do?
I was thinking the same thing. What do you throw to second if he goes down there?
I don't think so.
Do you just hold your infielders, not even cover? That's a possibility. That's what he was saying. Here's the 0-1. And a drive to right field if he could keep it fair, but it is a foul ball.
I wanted to hear Big Ben strike 3 for 3-run home run.
Pulled foul by Polanco.
Hooked it.
0-2 the count.
Now you're looking for anything here to get that run in. That puts you within 2 runs, and it just has a whole different feel. Wild pitch, error, anything. Base hit would be wonderful.
Geddes wants it up. And it's a ground ball, base hit into left field. Gregory Polanco singles to left. And it's a 5-3 ball game. A 2-out single for Polanco. Scores Jaso from third. Marte goes to second.
Huge way for the Pirates to answer.
Gaddis wanted that pitch up, but McHugh didn't get it up enough. And Polanco singles to left. RBI number 71 for Polanco. The batter now Josh Bell, who's bounced to short and singled to the shortstop. As time is called, Gaddis is going to walk out slowly to the mound to give the bullpen some time because they've already used 1 trip with the manager going out earlier. So Pat Neshek starts to loosen up, and Gaddis took his sweet old time going to the mound, the catcher, and he's standing there saying probably nothing. And the home plate umpire, Tim Timmons, comes out. All kinds of ways you can warm up your pitcher. All kinds of ways. I mean,
throw over to first base a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a conference with one of your infielders.
Yep.
Call them over.
Tony La Russa was the best at that. Lock the doors.
Yep. Not a cannonball coming, Tony.
Yeah. Josh Bell at the plate. Here's the stretch. The pitch. Line foul into the seats.
How would you like to see a gap shot now with Polanco with a massive lead? All he wants.
How about the line drive to right with again the right fielder Springer? He's farther over now than he's been the whole series.
Yep.
Giving all of right field to Josh Bell. Closing the left center gap are the Astros. Here's the stretch and the 0-1 outside. Looks like they're pitching Bell away with the left fielder Gonzalez shaded him toward the line, and again the center fielder Teoscar Hernandez trying to take away the left center gap.
A lot of this maybe has started with more teams trying to get their batters to hit the ball to the opposite field.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 outs. Pirates have scored a pair to get to within 2. Colin McHugh, a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball, and Bell comes up empty.
And they still shift a lot for guys to pull, obviously, but in this scenario...
1 ball, 2 strikes. Marte at second, Polanco at first. They delivered with 2 out RBI singles. 1-2 pitch. Lined into the seats, left side. Past the Pirates' dugout. Stays a ball and 2 strikes on Bell.
And you hold your breath with shots like that into the crowd, but then the minute you see people clapping in that neighborhood, you feel better. That doesn't appear that anybody's hurt. Boy, ball's blistered into the troops.
This will be McHugh's 98th pitch of the afternoon. He comes
and
set.
Perhaps his last.
Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Josh Bell.
We have seen, Ray, and you just talked extensively about it, we have seen center fielders playing where Springer is, shading a left-hand pull hitter.
Here's the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed, struck him out. But the Pirates do score a couple and head to the 6th. It's Houston 5, Pittsburgh 3.
Know you can show your Pirates pride.
Garrett Cole, as we said, 5 for 5, 5 innings, 5 runs given up, 7 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. But the Pirates in this ball game.
Marwin Gonzalez, the left fielder who tripled home a run in the 4th off of Cole and is 1 for 2 today, leads off. Batting left-handed against the righty Jared Hughes, who struck out 2 of the 3 Miami batters he faced on Saturday, and maybe his best outing of the year. Here's the pitch. And a strike is called. And his ERA much better lately, but in fact 20 appearances since the end of June, a 2.29 earned run average. But that outing on Saturday looked like the Jared Hughes we're used to seeing.
Yep.
0-1. The pitch. Showing bunt, pulls back, takes a ball. It brought in the third baseman, Sean Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count.
I don't know if I missed this before, but watching Jared now as he takes a stretch position, seems like he's turning that front shoulder and having the ball in the glove, kind of hiding it a little bit more so than being just sideways, completely directly sideways. He's turning back a little bit. Who knows?
Ball's fouled out of play off to the left. I thought that myself just before you said it. Maybe we have been noticing it. Maybe he's been doing it much this season, but it looks different.
Yeah, he's turning that glove hand, that glove shoulder in, and maybe keeping that ball in the glove out of sight a little bit more. Who knows? But if that's something that he has tried and maybe worked at that last outing you're talking about, that'd be a good step.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop up off to the left, out of play. This legal disclaimer brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, the official legal partner of the Bucks. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pirates. It is a 5-3 Houston lead. It's the Astros bat in the 6th inning. 1-2 count on Gonzalez. Hughes delivers. And a ground ball, sharply hit but backhanded nicely by Josh Harrison onto Bell for the out.
Nice play on the backhand side.
Brings up A.J. Reed. They have started in Milwaukee. They're in the bottom of the 1st inning at Miller Park, and the Rockies have taken a 1-0 lead. Nolan Arenado, it is 34th home run of the year. Give the Rockies that lead. That's a National League leading 34 dingers for Arenado. Also has driven in 108 runs. Reed, left-handed batting first baseman, takes low ball 1. Here's the stretch. Jared Hughes for the Pirates with a pitch. Outside. Reed, who hit 34 home runs last year in the minor leagues for the Astros. More than any other minor league player in 2015. Recalled August the 2nd from AAA. It's his second stint with the Astros. Originally went down the 21st of July. 2-0. Fouled back to the screen.
I saw an example of that home run swing right there as he got his money's worth.
The Astros head home to Minute Maid, take on the Tampa Bay Rays. on Friday. Pirates, meanwhile, will leave after this game, head to Milwaukee. 4-game series against the Brewers starting tomorrow night. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's a one-hopper picked by the third baseman, Rodriguez, playing over the shortstop position. Over by the outfield grass. Guns out Reed, 2 away.
Yeah, you guys want to shift? We'll shift. We can be a shifty bunch, too.
You know what they need to do, Steve? Outlaw this shifting.
Yeah, well, you're not going to bait me.
All right. Teoscar Hernandez will come to the plate. He has doubled and has been walked intentionally.
Yeah, that's a wild subject. The commissioner would introduce a thought about banning shifts. Where do you start? How restrictive do you get?
Pitch inside to Hernandez.
I would call, if he does that, if that comes through, I would call that the Stepford switch, Stepford rule.
1 ball, no strike pitch. Strike called. Why the Stepford rule?
Just so you could create a robotic game from the Stepford wise.
Yep. And in his defense, Commissioner Manfred has basically said he's open to any suggestions, and he's not going to be closed-minded. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and Hernandez now in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tony Kemp is on deck to hit for McHugh.
As Bino Cook used to say, haven't we done enough? Yeah. The great Bino Cook.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pirates trail by a couple. Jared Hughes for the Pirates delivers. Another chopper, this time hits Hernandez on the foot. Drops his bat and hobbles around.
Yeah, if you want to go make a sandwich now or get something out of the refrigerator, you're going to have a few minutes.
Well, that'll give us time to check out the AAA Travel Agency minor league report then. And the Pirates AAA affiliate, the Indianapolis Indians, hosting the Columbus Clippers, the Cleveland Indians' top farm club this afternoon. It is early at Victory Field with Columbus up 2-0. Drew Hutchison started for Indy and has given up the 2 runs on 3 hits. Last night, another impressive start from Frank Duncan. Pirates called him up earlier this year from AA to AAA, and he has been just tremendous at Indy. Duncan last night, though Indianapolis would fall to Columbus, Frank Duncan went 6 innings of 5-hit shutout ball, lowered his ERA to 194. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. Steve right 3 called. 1-2-3 for Jared Hughes. Go to the bottom of the 6th at PNC Park. Astros 5, Pirates 3.
McHugh goes 5 innings, 3 runs on 7 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts. Astros up by 2.
And a strike is called on Francisco Cervelli, 1 for 2 against the starter McHugh.
You certainly know it's Pat Neshek out there with that way down under delivery.
He'll turn 36 years old next week. Neshek, the Madison, Wisconsin native, delivers a ball outside. Finished with a 3.62 ERA last year. His first season in Houston, signed a free agent deal. Great story, who really blossomed a couple years ago with the Cardinals, signed a minor league deal with the St. Louis Cardinals, ended up in the All-Star game. Pitch is a strike called. 1-2. Former 6th round pick of the Twins in 2002. Out of Butler University.
Tough delivery to pick up the ball.
1-2 pitch, reaches out, pokes it in the air the other way. Right fielder Springer over and out of play. That breeze blowing out.
Kind of straight now.
Yeah, straight now. Looked like it was blowing out toward right a bit. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cervelli. Sean Rodriguez on deck. And then Jordy Mercer. Pirates down a pair here in the bottom half of the 6th. There's Neshek. Rocks into that 1-2 pitch. And another ball poked foul out of play off to the right. Let's pause right now. Allow our stations once again to identify themselves on the Pirates Baseball Network. Pitch missing down and in to Francisco Cervelli. It's the count to 2-2. Cervelli with 2 hits and 9 at-bats in the series. Astros won on Monday night. Pirates won last night. There's a ground ball. A roller to Correa, the shortstop, on to first to take care of Cervelli. Bucks and PNC Bank teaming up, giving Bucco fans a special deal. Save $5 on select Sunday through Thursday tickets. Plus you get $5 in loaded value, good for concessions and merchandise here at PNC Park. Just use your PNC Pirates Affinity card and purchase tickets by going to pirates.com/piratescard. Sean Rodriguez at the plate. Lines this to center field, a base hit. He wasted no time.
Oh boy. There's a rocket.
Line single to center, and now Jordy Mercer, who's had 2 solid at-bats with a home run to left in the 3rd and a single to start the 5th, has scored a pair of runs.
He's going to have a different look, of course, out there on the mound, but off to a good start this afternoon. This is one of those kind of perception games, too. It hasn't seemed like the Pirates have been really in the ball game, but they're only 2 runs down. They're very much in this baseball game. And a little action here.
Mercer pops it up. Right field. Springer will come in and make the catch. Rodriguez at first base with 2 down, and now Adam Frazier will pinch hit for Jared Hughes.
He does a very nice job. 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout for Jared.
And with that, A.J. Hinch is going to come to home plate and talk to the umpire, Tim Timmons, and we're going to have a double switch. That'll be it for Nishak, as we'll be back here at PNC Park. Pitching change and some other changes coming up here on the Pirates Baseball Network.
Sometimes your college experience is not what you expect. If transferring has crossed your mind, consider LaRoche College here at home in Pittsburgh.
As a pinch hitter, he was 1 for 5 as the starting second baseman in last night's ball game. Frazier comes to the plate, batting for Hughes.
Javinsky has been used many times in multiple inning situations by A.J. Hinch.
There's the stretch and the pitch. And a fly ball to right center. Right fielder going back, Springer. He's got room, and he'll make the catch in right center field. We'll move to the 7th. It remains Houston 5, Pittsburgh.
Juan Nicasio comes on after Jared Hughes goes a clean 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. And for Nicasio, appearance number 34, 12 of those starts. He's 9-6, 4.72 ERA, and 95 innings of work.
Jake Marisnick came on the double switch. Will lead things off. Marisnick is hitting .219 in 83 games. Has hit 3 homers and driven in 10 runs. Our Barrel Automotive stat of the day: the Astros 9-7 on the year against National League clubs. The Pirates 9-10 against American League teams. Astros 31-33 on the road. Pirates 34-29 at home. The Astros have been one of the better road teams in baseball, though, the last few weeks. Right-handed hitter Marisnick took over in center field, and he takes a strike from Juan Nicasio. Since June 14th. The Astros have the best record in the American League. Have won 6 of 9 road series. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, and unless the Pirates rally, the Astros will make it 7 of 10 road series since June 14th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nicasio trying to do his part. Pitch to Marisnik. In there for a strike. 96 miles per hour. Nicasio pitched Sunday afternoon, went 1 1/3 scoreless. Right-hander with a 1-2 pitch to Marisnik. And a chase offered at what that pitch was, way up and away at 89 miles an hour.
Almost like a cut fastball in that speed range.
Bad slider.
Maybe a bad slider, yep. Bad enough to be unhittable, but chaseable, apparently.
There's George Springer, 1 for 3. Springer singled off of Cole to start the 5th and scored. Pitches, strike called. Outside corner.
You know, Greg, when they talk about come from behind wins, that can be any category from 1 run down. But boy, when you are down early by 4, as the Pirates were, it's an uphill climb. But they've gotten themselves back in this ball game, and now it's up to the bullpen to hold the fort.
Strike called. 0-2 on Springer.
Give Pirates 3 more shots.
0-2 pitch. Reaches out, fouls it off to the right, out of play.
I tell you, if you want to come out and watch a Major League ball game and get some sun today,
yeah,
this is the place to be. And folks down the right field line starting to get a little shade.
0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Nicasio. 98 miles per hour. Whoa. Strikes out George Springer.
And we have seen this from Nicasio. Of course, we saw a lot of it in spring training where he won a starter's job. But that's still, he's out in the bullpen, still a very live arm.
Pirates were hoping that Nicasio would show off that good fastball early in starts this year, but rare did he come out of the gates throwing as hard.
Really, yeah. It was
ball 1 on Bregman.
He won the job and then didn't go as well as expected in the starter's role.
2 outs. Alex Bregman is 1 for 3. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt.
And that's part of the why it's been so impressive with the rotation recently, Greg. You talk about the rotation that came out of Florida. Well, that got blown up. And
only Garrett Cole remains in rotation.
Putting it back together and getting these young arms involved. Impressive most of the time, a good bit of the time. Painful at times.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Nicasio. Swing and a miss. 2-1. What Jamison Tyone and Chad Kuhl have done, most impressive. The 2 young guns to really help stabilize this rotation. Chad Kuhl will pitch tomorrow night against Willie Peralta in Milwaukee. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Bregman. Up a bit at 97. 3-1 on Bregman. Jose Altuve is on deck.
Yep, Willie Peralta in with an even 6 ERA. Never easy in Milwaukee, though, is it?
Oh, my gosh. 3-1 pitch to Bregman. Swing and a miss. I think the Pirates have lost, if I'm not mistaken, 9 in a row at Miller Park. 16 of their last 21.
Crazy numbers.
Full count.
This would be a little shot in the arm for everybody should he get a 3rd strike by Bregman.
Pitch is fouled off to the right, out of play. On the road, traveling, and want to watch your Buccos? Well, subscribe to MLB.TV Premium for live or on-demand baseball on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. It's a 5-3 ball game in favor of the Astros here in the 7th. Nicasio's pitch to Bregman. Swinging a pop-up, going to be out of play. Back behind home plate, stays full on Bregman.
Very impressive young player.
Yep.
Alex Bregman.
You look at the top 2 picks in baseball last year. Dansby Swanson, now with the Braves. It was traded from the Diamondbacks. He has made his big league debut with Atlanta. Here's a ball hit in the air towards center field. Drifting over is Marte to his right. Makes the catch. 1-2-3. Go the Astros. Leads off for the Pirates. Bottom of the 7th. Against Chris Davinsky. The pitch. Blown away in the dirt. 0-1. Time's a-wasted. Pirates down a pair here in the 7th.
Yep. Top of the batting order. Energy at the top.
Pitch up and in, and Jay Hay does the limbo. Harrison has bounced to short, fly to left, sacrificed. So officially 0 for 2. Just as Davinsky was going into the windup, time was called. California native Chris Davinsky is 6'3", 210 pounds. Came over from the White Sox in a deal back in 2012. This is first taste of the big leagues, and a fly ball to center. Jake Marisnik is under it, and he will squeeze it for the out.
Yeah, take a look at the numbers for Davinsky. 86 innings, just 66 base hits. Opponents not having a lot of hitting success.
A former 25th round pick by the White Sox back in 2011. And the batter, Matt Joyce, who has walked, bounced to the mound, and struck out. Lefty hitter, Davinsky into the windup in the pitch. Outside.
And he worked 4 innings this past weekend against Baltimore to pick up a win. 4 innings out of the bullpen is a rare thing these days.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that misses. A real quick windup, kind of Neshek-like. And also rare is to see a manager lift a right-hander with a left-handed hitter coming up and bringing in another right-hander. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line drive, right field, a base hit. And here we go as Springer has to go all the way to the wall. And it's a double for Matt Joyce. Springer was again playing over toward right center. Ball was pulled to right, and it rolled to the Clemente wall and picked up on the warning track by Springer. It's a 1-out double. You get anybody with speed, nothing against Matt Joyce, but anybody that's got some speed, he's at third base.
So they get burned. In the 7th inning, find a way to push this run around. You're within 1, and anything can happen when you're within 1.
Starling Marte snapped an 0 for 14 hitless string with his RBI single in the 5th. It came with 2 outs. His 42nd RBI. Here's the pitch. Check swing and a breaking ball for a strike.
Didn't mention we were talking about the numbers for Davinsky. One number you might be thinking about, 4 home runs given up.
Righty's hitting only .205 against him. Stretch. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball for strike 2. Neftali Feliz, a right-hander. Felipe Rivero, a left-hander, loosening in the Pirates' bullpen. Marte, who had his first big league home run against the Astros in 2012. 0-2 pitch, swings and misses a pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away from Gaddis, but it's right at his feet, so he's able to throw to first to Marwin Gonzalez to complete the strikeout. 2-3, 2 outs.
Badly fooled Starling Marte on that one. Wound up being kind of a block for Gaddis.
Now Brent Strom, the pitching coach, will go out with Joyce at second, 2 outs, and Gregory Polanco coming to the plate. As Davinsky has limited righties to a .205 batting average. Lefties not a whole lot better, .227. Brent Strom, the Houston Astros pitching coach.
It might be that same thing. Remember they came out and talked about Polanco with Bell in the on-deck circle? And now they got the open base. It's the old cliche you hear many times, would they put the tying run on base.
Well, Polanco had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. 6 for 11 in this 3-game series. Steps to the plate with that shift on. 3 infielders on the right side, and third baseman Bregman playing off the line. Here's the pitch. And Polanco looks at one, low ball 1. Off speed to Polanco. 5 runs, 7 hits for Houston, 3 runs, 9 hits for Pittsburgh.
Yep, and the Pirates hot bat at the plate.
Davinsky sets and time is called by the catcher Gaddis. Rockies Brewers are in the 3rd inning. Allegheny Health Network scoreboard 1-0 Colorado, top of the 3rd. Pirates are 2.5 back of the Cardinals for a wild card spot. Here's the pitch in the dirt, blocked again by Gaddis. Joyce shuffles off the bag and then returns to second. Those Cardinals are hosting the Mets tonight, begin a 4-game series. Jacob deGrom against Carlos Martinez. The stretch. Davinsky's 2-0. Strike called on Polanco.
And a page out of the pitcher's Bible, don't throw a fastball all the time when you're behind in the count 2-0. Hitters love to look for it. Came in with the off-speed pitch and got back into the at-bat.
2-1. The pitch. Line drive right field, and that's a base hit, and that is going to go over the wall, and it is going to take forever to Springer to get to the corner. So the big man Polanco into third base with a stand-up RBI, triple the Pirates within a run. A 5-4 game. Polanco triples into the right field corner.
And wakes this crowd up, and it was perfect, Greg. They get burned twice in the same inning, once by Joyce, now Polanco, and that ball got down by the right field foul pole on the dirt and just stayed there to compound the situation and make it a stroll around at third base for Gregory. What a series he's having.
It's his 3rd triple of the season, and it brings up Josh Bell with that tying run 90 feet away, but with 2 outs. Bell is 1 for 3 in this game. He struck out in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Rounded foul. Past first base coach Nick Leyva. Between the first base coach and the bag. Bell bounced to short his first at bat against the righty McHugh. Had the infield single in the 4th, and then with 2 on and 2 outs in the 5th, struck out. 0-1. 5-4 Pirates trail at the pitch. Chopper foul toward the first base dugout. Davinsky ahead of Bell. 0-2. Two rookies here. The righty for the Astros, Chris Davinsky, and the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell, who takes a pitch in the dirt.
And now Springer in right field, still a good ways away from the foul line, but not nearly as far.
And now there's a huge gap in right center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled back. Vicious cut from this big, young, hopefully up-and-coming superstar, Josh Bell.
He went after it.
One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Oh, great block. Pitch well in front of the plate. And again, Gaddis got that big body out there to make sure that ball didn't go back to the backstop and tie this game.
Yeah, a lot of Gaddis right there. rolling around in the dirt.
By the way, did you hear Clint Hurdle before the game compare Josh Bell early, but the body type, the way he swings, to Mitchell Page? I thought that was an interesting comp. 2-2 pitch in the dirt again, blocked by Gaddis, well in front of the plate. 3-2.
Wow, does that bring back some memories? Mitchell Page.
Your teammate of yours, wasn't he?
No, he was after me.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
3-2. On deck is Francisco Cervelli. Chris Davinsky for the Astros delivers to Bell. And it's low, and a nice job there by Josh Bell to draw the walk. After falling behind 0-2, he works the count full and draws the free pass.
And this is all about Davinsky. Very quiet in the Houston Astro bullpen.
The batter is Francisco Cervelli. He's 1 out of 3. 2 for 10 in the series.
The box by Gaddis helping Davinsky, who's only thrown one wild pitch, but a lot of help from his catcher during that at bat.
Cervelli sitting on 27 RBIs for the year. The pitch and a foul back, out of play, 95 miles per hour. That fastball up and in on the Pirates catcher. Pirates have out-hit the Stros 10-7, now trail by a run. Matt Joyce, a 1-out double to right, and with 2 outs, Gregory Polanco tripled to right. Josh Bell is at first base after drawing the walk. Chris Davinsky, the rookie righty for the Astros, with an 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball to first, handled by Gonzalez. He'll step on the bag to retire the side, but the Pirates inch closer. On to the 8th here at PM. Jose Altuve, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Driving in his 84th run of the year. Facing the lefty, Felipe Rivero. And the pitch is swung on and missed.
I'd say overall, Greg, we've done a pretty good job against Altuve during the series. I mean,
limited the damage against him.
Yeah,
he is 2 for 10. An RBI double last night. Here's the pitch and a fly ball toward right field. Long run for Joyce, but he's going to get under it and make the catch. 1 down. Jose Altuve is retired. Altuve came in leading the American League in hitting and 9th in RBIs, 2nd in on-base percentage, 2nd in slugging for a guy who stands just 5'6" tall, maybe. Here's Carlos Correa, 2 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and a couple of runs scored. I mentioned that it is Hack Wilson like what Altuve is doing this year. 20 homers now and 84 ribbies. Here's the pitch. And a strike is called on Correa. Hack Wilson, who played his last big league game 82 years ago tomorrow for the Philadelphia Phillies at Forbes Field against the Pirates. Had one of the great years of all time. Strike is called. It went through a handful of seasons that were prodigious, but that 1930 season with 56 homers and 191 runs batted in.
Phenomenal. 191. Crazy number.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Felipe Rivero strikes out Correa. 2 up and 2 down. And it will bring up Evan Gaddis. Of course, many veteran hardcore baseball fans know that Hack Wilson was actually born in Elwood City. Left Elwood City at the age of 10. His father took him toward the Philadelphia area. Evan Gaddis has homered and grounded out twice. Here's the pitch. And ball that gets away back to the backstop, it goes. His dad, talking about Hack Wilson, his dad was in the local mills in Elwood City. But once Hack Wilson's mom passed away, they again moved toward the Philly area. Pitches down low, 2 balls and no strikes on Evan Gaddis. The 56 home run mark for Hack Wilson was a National League record that stood for 58 years until Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa in 1998. There's ball 3 on Gaddis, 3-0. But that 191 RBI mark, a Major League record that still stands.
That's one that's going to be hard to imagine that can be beat.
3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Gaddis. Takes up and in a 4-pitch walk. Pirates trailing 5-4. It will bring up Marwin Gonzalez. Hack Wilson adopted Martinsburg, West Virginia as a hometown, and he is buried there in the Rosedale Cemetery. I ran across a Pittsburgh Press article that was written by Harry Jones decades ago about Hack Wilson. Had a deep, abiding passion for the jug. Perhaps it stemmed from the simple fact that he was built like one.
The jug.
Here's the pitch. Line foul left side.
An affinity for the jug.
He was only 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed well over 200 pounds. He had large, muscular legs, a pot belly, tremendous shoulders, and virtually no neck at all. But how he could hit a baseball, playing for the Cubs, 56 homers and a National League record 191 runs batted in. Here's the pitch outside. It is 1 ball and 1 strike on Marwin Gonzalez, who is 1 for 3 today. RBI triple in the 4th off of Garrett Cole. We're in the 8th. 5-4 Astros. Felipe Rivero on the mound for the Pirates, trying to get this last out. Facing Marwin Gonzalez. He bats right-handed now against the lefty. And the 1-1. That's downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. This story written in the Pittsburgh Press many years ago by Harry Jones says off the field, Hack Wilson also established records with consuming enormous quantities of the stuff.
What they have in the jug.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1.
We can assume it wasn't Emmett Otter's jug band.
No.
Probably looked like it at times.
Yeah. Joe McCarthy, who then managed the Cubs, appealed in vain to Hack's sense of sobriety.
Wait a minute. 56 home runs, 190.
I know.
You want the man to change?
Yeah.
I guess for his own health, perhaps.
3-1 count. Here's Rivero's pitch. Inside, puts runners at first and second. 2 quick outs and then back-to-back walks. And now we have a pinch hitter here. Yuli Gurriel, the Cuban defector, who just recently got his first at-bats in the big leagues in Baltimore over the weekend. He is going to pinch hit for A.J. Reed.
The 32-year-old rookie.
Right-handed batter, pinch hitting here in the 8th with 2 on, 2 outs. And now Ray Searage to the mound to talk things over. Gurriel 1 for 3. He was a pinch hitter on Monday and bounced out against Jamison Tyone. But Joe McCarthy, back to this story about Hack Wilson, says to Wilson, look, if you drop a worm in a glass of water, it simply swims around. If you drop it in a glass of whiskey, it dies. Does that mean anything to you? Hack says, sure. It goes to show, if you drink, you'll never have worms. Hack Wilson made $250,000 in his career, died penniless in 1948. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Gurriel at the plate against the lefty Felipe Rivero. The pitch. And a fly ball to left, going back Polanco a few steps in front of the track. He'll make the catch. So a scoreless 8th after a couple of outs, a couple of walks. Davinsky. Here is the pitch. And it is inside to Sean Rodriguez, who is 1 for 3. Gurriel batted for Davinsky, who pitched that 7th inning and gave up a run. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Check and a strike called on Rodriguez.
We saw Harris in the first game relieving Pfister.
And he pitched a 1-2-3 eighth inning. He retired Jordy Mercer on a fine play by third baseman Alex Bregman, then struck out Matt Joyce and got Josh Harrison to bounce back to the mound. 1-1 pitch. High fly ball to right. Coming in is Springer. Still coming in, and he'll make the catch. Rodriguez is retired to start this bottom of the eighth inning. As Jordy Mercer comes to the plate, Andrew McCutchen comes out on deck. Pitcher spot follows. Mercer 2 for 3, a home run in the third, his 9th of the year, singled and scored in the 5th. Astros scored twice in the second, a 2-run homer by Evan Gattis. And Mercer takes a ball. That home run cut the lead in half, but then the Astros leadoff infield hit from Carlos Correa 1 out later scored on a Marwin Gonzalez triple to make it 3-1. They made it 5-1 with a 2 spot in the 5th. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 91 miles per hour. That ball got to Mercer quickly. George Springer and Alex Bregman led off with hits in the 5th against Garrett Cole. A single by Springer to center, and Bregman doubled off the third base back. They both scored on sacrifice flies. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Pirates scored twice, bottom of the 5th. Leadoff hits from Mercer. Pinch hitter John Jaso. After a sacrifice bunt and with 2 outs, Starling Marte and Gregory Polanco back-to-back RBI singles. And a Gregory Polanco triple in the 7th got the Pirates to within 1. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt. Well out in front of the plate again. 2-2. Pirates down 1 with 5 outs left. Try and get the run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss late again. 93. It's a deceiving fastball.
It is. It gets on you quickly.
Well, Andrew McCutchen will pinch hit for the first time this season. For the year, he's batting .244, 17 homers, and 52 runs batted in.
And he gets a very nice welcome from this crowd. Hope that Andrew can make them happier.
McCutchen was 1 for 3 with a walk last night. RBI double in the first. He is 1 for 7 in this series. That's against the righty Will Harris. Comes set, delivers, swing and a miss. Two outs, no one on, 5-4 Astros. Andrew McCutchen fouls this pitch back out of play. McCutchen has only 9 plate appearances in his career as a pinch hitter. He is officially 1 for 6. He's also walked 3 times.
Seen a couple high fastballs from Will Harris. Put Harris out in front 0-2.
Will Harris delivers up high. That one got there at 94 miles per hour. Will Harris named to his first All-Star game this season. With a 1-2 pitch to McCutchen. Swinging a line drive, base hit into right field. A 2-out single for the pinch hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, good at bat for Andrew. And now Josh Harrison up, but they'll have to keep track of Andrew at first base. He doesn't run nearly as much as he used to, but Pirates are down a run. 90 feet could be big.
Opponents are 7 for 7 this season stealing against Will Harris. Here's the pitch. Check swing, a ball up and in a bit.
Yep, he went quickly to home plate. Just kind of not necessarily bounced to a set position, but he didn't waste any time in the set position. A modest lead for Andrew.
Sorry, Steve. His career, 18 for 19 opponents stealing. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And check swing upstairs. Going to repeat that.
You've got to go to
19 times opponents in his career have attempted to steal. With Will Harris on the mound, 18 have stolen successfully. Evan Gattis has been tremendous this year, throwing out 9 of 15, 60% in the last 34 games, 47% overall. Here's the pitch. That's up, 3-0. And I think, I could be wrong here because we don't see Will Harris, but I think he's trying to hurry to the plate, and his control is suffering because of it.
Coming out of there quickly, opening up, as they like to say, and the body's gone and really can't help the arm coming through. You wind up throwing a lot of high stuff.
Here's the 3-0. Strike call. A little bit of a bluff by McCutchen. He might take off.
I'd be very surprised if he didn't hear.
Three balls, one strike. Here's the stretch. And a throw over to first base. McCutchen dives back easily.
Well, they were certainly thinking he might take off.
Ken Giles loosens in the bullpen for the Astros. They are leading 5-4. Andrew McCutchen moments ago delivered a pinch hit single. Josh Harrison 0 for 3 in this game. Here's the stretch, the pitch, fouled back, 3-2.
Now he will. Well, a gap shot could make it interesting.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And McCutchen will be off on this pitch. 3-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. We go to the 9th. Astros 5, Pirates 4.
A scoreless inning. Now Tony Watson coming out to make his 55th appearance. 2-3, 2.77 ERA, 7 saves to his credit in 52 innings of work. Pirates still trail by 1.
Teoscar Hernandez will lead things off. He's doubled, walked intentionally, and struck out. Jake Marisnick on deck, then the top of the order, George Springer. 9th inning brought to you by the Hartford, helping over 1 million small businesses prepare, protect, and prevail. Tony Watson's pitch, bunt try, foul. Off toward the on-deck hitter, Marisnick. Hernandez with 2 hits in 8 at-bats in the series. Hit his 3rd big league homer on Monday. 0-1. Here's Watson's pitch, and fouled back out of play.
Well, it has been an uphill climb. It's falling behind 5-1. Almost there, but time's a wasting.
Nothing in 2 on the right-handed hitter from the Dominican Republic. Here's the pitch. Reaches out and a fly ball to right. Drifting back, Joyce makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. It's one area that Tony Watson wants to improve upon, getting that leadoff man. He has allowed 7 leadoff walks this season, 11 leadoff hits, and a leadoff hit by pitch. Very un-Watson-like. Jake Marisnick struck out in the 7th. 1 down here now in the 9th. Marisnick came on to play center field in the 6th. Here is the pitch. And a fly ball to center field and in a few steps and over to right center. Sterling Marte makes the catch. 2 outs. George Springer is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. Foul back, vicious cut there by Springer, who singled and scored in the 5th.
It does appear that we are going to see Ken Giles. Still warming up in the bullpen. Saw him finish out the 9th inning, first game of the series.
Pitch is down low.
And remember how that ended with the Polanco double, and then David Freese hit the ground ball to third. Polanco scored, but then David was thrown out at second base.
1 ball, 1 strike. And a strike called. Watson worked on Wednesday. His last outing. One-two pitch, and reached out and popped up to shallow right field. Harrison goes out. Jay Hay will make the catch. 1-2-3 for Tony Watson. Pirates going to try and get him a win. Go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is Houston 5, Pittsburgh 4. Go. And then David Freese. At the ground ball, Alex Bregman made a fine stop. The third baseman threw it away. Polanco scored, but Freese tried to go to second and was thrown out at second base. A certain, no doubt, no. Giles ended up with his 4th save. Doug Pfister got the win. So the batter, Matt Joyce, he has walked, bounced back to the mound, struck out, and doubled.
His former Philadelphia Philly.
The pitch. Swing and a foul tip.
Giles did some good work for the Phils. Now wearing the orange of the Astros.
Was a setup man for a while with Jonathan Papelbon closing, and there was no doubt that when the Astros made the deal, they were going to make Giles the closer. 0-1 the count on Joyce. Here's the pitch. Checks a swing, takes a ball in the dirt. Appeal, first base, third base umpire says no swing. That's Jordan Baker. How about a play that made a difference, Steve, with the caveat that this could change? To this point, your play that made a difference.
The Gaddis home run.
I agree. Be a Major League lifesaver with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Central Blood Bank and make a difference by donating blood. Subject to change. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And a line shot caught by the shortstop, Correa. Correa was just to the second base side of the bag and diving to his right. Made a diving grab to retire Joyce.
And he couldn't hit it much harder. That almost took the head off Ken Giles going by. A rocket.
Ooh.
And Correa just laid out. And what a reaction play. Talk about the hot corner. That was the hot middle.
Here is Starling Marte. RBI single in the 5th. 1 for 4 today. The pitch. He takes strike 1. Breaking ball from Giles. Marte 3 for 5 against Giles in the past. 1 out, bottom of the 9th, 5-4 Astros. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Another breaking ball.
Well, that certainly is a candidate for the play that makes a difference to this point.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pirates down to their final out, trailing 5-4. Giles strikes out Marte. Up to Gregory Polanco.
Well, who else would you want up there right now? The way he is swinging the bat.
Polanco, 2 hits his last 2 times up. RBI single in the 5th. RBI triple in the 7th. 7 hits, 12 at-bats in this series. Giles with the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Giles the pitch. Check swing, ball in the dirt. Nope, home plate umpire said he went. Catcher Evan Gaddis was pointing to the third base umpire Jordan Baker, not realizing that Tim Timmons said he swung. And so it's not a very happy Pirates bench, or the folks here, Pirate fans, know what happened there. When the catcher asks for an appeal, he's
convinced that he didn't
swing.
Yep.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Polanco.
And Giles, who was showing some off-speed stuff, just went upstairs there with 98-mile-an-hour heat.
One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the Astros win the series, and the Pirates have a terribly, terribly disappointing homestand. 1-5.
After 5-1 on the road, gave it all back.
Wow. Final score, Astros 5, Pirates 4.